Hi friends! Welcome to today's episode of Cooking with Elvee. I'm Elvee and today I'm going to share with you my super delicious chocolate cake recipe. I love cake and so does Gregory. Now, just warning you that you're going to hear a lot of background noise today, and that's my nephew Gregory. And you know what? This is real life, okay? Like, that's what us working ants have to deal with, and it's okay. You're still going to learn how to make some cake, and we're gonna have fun, and Gregory's gonna learn how to make cake too. Okay, let me run you through the ingredients because we're trying to get through this. Okay, I know it looks like a lot of things, but I mean, they're all pretty simple and so easy to find. We're going to need some all-purpose flour, some white sugar, some vegetable oil, cocoa powder, unsweetened cocoa powder, salt, baking soda, baking powder, vanilla extract, eggs, milk, and then I also have some coffee, some instant coffee that I brewed. Now today I'm going to use my stand mixer just because it's easier for me, but you can certainly make this in a large bowl if you wanted to. I'm going to start off by putting my sugar in my mixer bowl and my oil and my vanilla extract and my eggs. I'm just gonna crack my eggs directly in the bowl because I like to live on the edge. Now, you should probably crack them one at a time, like into another little bowl before you put them in your batter, just in case, you know, one comes out defective, but I trust, okay, in my eggs. Here we go. I'm not gonna do no tricks like crack 2 eggs at a time with one hand because I'm just not that talented, but you get it. 3 eggs in the bowl, and then I'm going to mix all of this. Start off slow because things go flying. I'm gonna mix all of this until it's all combined and fully incorporated. And I'm gonna do that at like the middle setting. Okay, once my sugar, oil, vanilla, and eggs are all combined to smooth, I'm going to combine all of my dry ingredients into my flour. I'm going to pour my cocoa powder. Now you could sift your flour and your cocoa powder and your baking powder and baking soda, but I mean, I don't find it necessary. You can if you want to though. I'm just gonna combine all of that really well, making sure we get that baking soda, baking powder, and salt fully distributed through the flour and the cocoa powder, and now we have this really chocolatey mixture. Now what I'm going to do next is combine the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to alternate between the flour and the milk. Start off with your flour mixture, dump a little bit in there, and then mix until that's combined. Just until it's combined, because you don't want to overmix your batter. And then I'll put some milk in there. Make sure that's combined, and then we'll do another part of flour. And then we can add some more milk, and then you just repeat this process until your milk and your dry ingredients are fully combined. You don't have to do it in exactly 3 or 4 parts, just as many as it takes for you to have a nice smooth batter. You should have a slightly runny batter. This is not going to be a really thick, dense batter. It's going to be really loose, and that's the way that I like my cake batters. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl. Make sure you don't have any flour at the bottom of your bowl. At this point, we're going to add our coffee. Now, my coffee is still hot. It was boiling when I started measuring out my ingredients, and now it's just hot. And we're just gonna pour that in there. You can do it in 2 parts if you want so you don't splash everywhere. It's gonna make your batter even more loose, but trust me, it makes all the difference adding the coffee in there. It just gives you a more richer, chocolatey cake. Okay, our batter is all done now, and I do have my oven preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And now all we have to do is pour our batter into our baking pans and bake it. Now what I have here is 3 round 12-inch baking pans, and I like doing the bigger baking pans because even though when I'm pouring it, it's gonna be like look like a little bit thin, like it's too little bit batter in there, but I like it because it rises just enough and then it rises flat so I don't have to take off the top of my layers, and then the thickness is exactly the thickness that I want in my layer cakes. But you can definitely use 3 10-inch or 3 8-inch, and they'll just be just a little bit taller. You can measure or weigh the batter so you can make sure that you have an equal amount in each pan, but I usually just like to eyeball it, you know. It never comes out too off. I'm gonna take off my paddle here and fill up my cake pans. I'm just gonna pour it into each one. Just give it a last little stir to make sure we don't have anything at the bottom. And then just pour until you've filled all 3 of yours. I forgot to mention that I did spray each of my pans with some Pam baking spray, and it's just because we are all about that simple life over here at Cooking with Elvee. You can definitely use butter and flour, or just butter, or grease it up with oil, whichever way you prefer. Just make sure that you do grease it. You can even use line your baking pans with parchment paper if you'd like. Anything will work. Now before I put them in the oven, I am just gonna slam them on the table a few times just to get any air bubbles out. Did you hear that, or was I too loud? Just slam them on the table on your countertop a couple times until you get all the air bubbles out. And then I am going to bake all of these at the same time. I'm going to put 2 on the top rack and then 1 on the second rack, and then halfway through my baking time I will rotate them just to make sure that they all bake evenly. I'm going to bake these for around 30 minutes, and then we will be back to see what they look like. Let's all give Gregory a round of applause for being so well behaved today. Right, Gregory? Yeah, my baby. He's a little bit camera shy or whatever. I don't know what's wrong with him. He was just yelling a minute ago. Okay, so my my cakes baked for exactly 25 minutes, and you know they're done when you poke like a toothpick or a fork through them and the fork or the toothpick, whatever you poke, comes out clean. If you don't have anything to poke it with, you'll just know by touching it slightly like that. If it springs back up, they are done. Okay, so that is all that I have for you today. I'm gonna do my outro with Gregory in my arms because why not? Look at him, isn't he so cute? I know that you want me to taste it and I really want to taste it too, but we are not going to because I'm going to... You're funny, Gregory. I'm going to freeze these cake layers in 2 layers of plastic wrap because I'm going to save them for another cake that I'll be making in a couple weeks. So yeah, I'm pretty sure they taste amazing and I want you to try this recipe out. If you do, please post a picture and tag me in it on any of my social media accounts. All my handles are listed in the description box below. And also the full recipe is in the description box below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video and we will see you on the next episode. I hope you're having a good day or night wherever you are, and God bless.